Hello everyone, welcome to my video presentation. As you can see on the screen, our topic is how to use session and session tracking with session configuration. Session HTTP protocol and web servers are stateless. What is means is that for web server, every request is a new request to process and they can't identify if it's coming from client that has been sending request previously. But sometime in web application, we should know who the client is and process the request accordingly. For example, a shipping cart application should know who is sending the request to add an item and in which cart the item has to be added, or who is sending checkout request so that it can charge the amount to correct client. Session is a conversational state between client and server, and it can consist of multiple requests and response between client and server. Since HTTP and web server both are stateless, the only way to maintain a session is bring some unique information about the session. Session ID is passed between server and client in every request and response. Session tracking. Session tracking is a way to maintain state data of an user. It is also known as session management in serverless. HTTP protocol is a stateless, so we need to maintain state using session tracking techniques. Each time user requests to the server the request and the new request. So we need to maintain two states of an user to recognize to particular user. HTTP is stateless and means each request is constructed as the new request. It is shown in the figure given below. We use session tracking. It identifies the user. Session tracking techniques. There are 4 techniques used the session tracking. Number 1, cookie. Number 2, hidden or field. Number 3, URL rewriting. Number 4, HTTP session. First one, cookie. A cookie is a small pieces of information that state between two multiple client requests. A cookie has a name, a single value, and optional attributes such as comment, path, and domain qualifier, a maximum age, and a version number. How cookies work? By default, each request is considered as a new request. In cookies technique, we add cookie with response from the servlet. So cookie is stored in the cache of the browser. After that request is sent by the user. Cookie is added with request by default. We recognize the user as the old user. Request cookies, request and cookie, request, response and cookie. Advantages and disadvantages. First one, advantages. Simple techniques of maintain the state. Number 2, cookies are maintained at client side. Disadvantages. It will not work if cookie is disabled from the browser. Next, only textual information can be set in cookie object. URL rewriting. In URL rewriting, we append token or identifier to it. The URL of the next servlet or the next resources. We are send parameters name, value pair using the following format. URL name1 equal value 1 and name2 equal value 2. A name and a value is separate using an equal sign. A parameter name value pair is separate from another parameter using the ampersand. When the user clicks the hyperlink, the parameter name value pair will be passed to the servlet. From a servlet, we can use getParameter method to obtain a parameter value. Advantages and disadvantages. First, advantages. It will also work whether cookie is disabled or not. Browser independent. Extra form submission is not required on each page. Disadvantages. It will work only with links. It can send only textual information. HTTP session. In such case, connector creates a session ID for each user. The container used this ID to identify the particular user. An object of HTTP session can be used to perform two tasks. Bind object, view and manipulate information about the session, such as the session identifier, creation time, and last access time. How to get the HTTP session object? The HTTP servlet request interface provides two methods to get the object of HTTP session. Public HTTP session get session, return the current session associated with the request, or if the request does not have a session, creates one. Public HTTP session get session boolean create, return the current HTTP session associated with this request, or if there is on current session and create is true, return a new session. Commonly used method of HTTP session interface. Public string getID returns a string containing the unique identifier value. Public long get create time, return the time when this session was created, measured in millions since midnight January 1, 1970. Public long last access time. Within the last time the client sent a request appeared with the session as the number of millions since midnight January 1, 1997. Public void invalidate. Invalidate this session, then unbind any objects bound to it. Session configuration. The web XML of the web application can be adjusted to set the timeout for all HTTP sessions. Keep in mind that the timeout value is specified in time.